Okay, so in continuation to the first video that I made about men dating versus men planning to get married, I wanted to ask you all a question. I mean, a lot of guys, you all appreciate my videos, even if it's, you know, sometimes gender specific. So, to you all, I would like to ask a question: that do men really choose to marry weak women while they are taking the decision of getting settled down? So is the does the idea comes from the fact that a weaker woman would remain wrapped around that man's fingers, does it, and he can easily dominate on her? So you guys tell me, those who appreciate and connect with me on my videos, how many people or men? So why I'm asking is, I may be wrong in my thought process. So that's why I'm asking, guys, when you see, your friends around you, do you have you really experienced this? What I'm saying. Do you also feel, being a man, do you feel that this concept is actually correct? That when it comes to marriage, a guy always chooses to marry a weaker woman whom he can dominate and who can be wrapped around his fingers. Now, having said that, I'm just making this video not to create a tiff between man and woman. It's just that I have had some recent experiences with men around me, and I was curious to understand that why things are happening, why it happens the way it happens. And the irony is, sometimes I really feel that maybe a part of my life purpose is to bring a lot of men in their ego, to show a lot of men in their ego the right place. Yeah, of course, mostly those men have been like in the neighborhood or in part of my relative group. Of course, some in relation to my professional career and some in respect to my past relationships as well. But yeah, having said that, doesn't mean that I have something against men or I'm not empathetic towards men. I am compassionate towards the right men who are there in my life, whom I feel that they are also vulnerable and they also need that emotional support. uh, and this is going to be a little bit longer video, so bear with me, guys, because I am bringing up certain red flags over here, which are like red flags for me, which I have experienced in the past few months from my dating experience, and you guys give me the perspective of what you think about it. So there's this guy, I just met him twice. We basically met in a singles mixture, and honestly I'm scared to attend any of a singles mixer any longer in Mumbai. But yeah, we went on a couple of dates, and very recently, if you all see, I had put up a picture of my family, which I don't usually do, and he commented on my granny, about how she's standing, how she's posing, and my granny is 84-year-old. So when he commented, I did not feel like even talking to him further. I just wrote back to him that it's not funny. I mean, come on, dude. Can you expect an 84-year-old to pose in a certain way or to smile in a certain way? Which now makes me understand that why he is undergoing a divorce, where his wife has unfortunately filed a domestic abuse case against him. Didn't make sense what I said, so I'll make it a little more clearer. If a guy who's just met a girl twice can go ahead and comment on her family, then imagine what the guy can do when he is married and he feels that the woman is her property, and to what extent can he go with that girl. But still, guys like this will tell that, because he gave me an hours of story about how wrong his wife was. So thank you, tata, bye bye, please do not message me further. So that's a big red flag for me, when somebody crosses that boundary about your family. The other red flag, it's very interesting, and this will be a little longer concept. So there was this person I was talking to, like online texting and chatting through Instagram. All of a sudden, few days back, So with that guy, we were having conversations about how people, I was basically telling that I don't like the concept of boys keeping their options open always. Okay, so to that, this man, he told me that, so he gave me an example saying that if you give an interview and you're waiting to hear back from, the for the results of the interview, will you stop going for other interviews? So to this dude, I felt like responding that your interview is done. You've received the offer letter because you're already dating. Firstly, you're dating, that means you've already received the offer letter. So joining the company is all about moving from a dating to a relationship phase, or into the next level of commitment or marriage. So yeah, now some of you will say that, so some of you will now tell me that, hey, when we get an offer letter, we look for higher packages and we keep giving interviews so that we have 2-3 offers in hand between the time we have the offer letter and the date of joining. But I felt like telling that dude, and I feel like for those who have this question in your mind, do you really feel a girl's emotions can be compared to an offer letter? A lot of you may not like me talking like this because you may feel that this girl has got a lot of attitude. But hey, to all you guys, I would like to say that a girl's emotions and the time that she invests in you is not to be treated as something like an offer letter that you can have a multiple option about. Either you make it clear that you're dating for a relationship or dating to get married, usually dating to get married, or you make it clear that I'm just dating to hook up. So at least the girl will know whether she even wants to give you that offer or not. So another of my acquaintance, he always talks very very demeaning about his wife. Okay, and he always keeps, that's his overall idea about women, and he openly keeps telling that औरत को अपने हद में रहना चाहिए वरना वो सर के ऊपर चले जाते हैं. ओके, औरत को हमेशा अपनी हद पता होनी चाहिए. So that is how he speaks about his wife and about all of the women around. And that guy had an extremely bad, like a freak accident, and he fractured his arm. Unfortunately, he didn't realize that it was karma for how he treats his women around him, and he still continues to talk in the same way. I guess karma will get back so bad at him that the day he loses everything in his life, that day he will realize that he needs to respect those women in his life who are taking care of him. So the whole point over here, these were definitely the red flags that I'm seeing in people, men around me. I would definitely like to hear from guys. I know girls, you all will be very happy to see this video, but this video is not me intending to make girls happy and to offend men. I want to put out this video because I want you men to come back to me and talk to me about what you think about the ideas, the pointers that I've shared, because I really need to understand what's going on. Maybe it's not your thought process, but maybe you've seen that thought process around you, and what do you think about it? And having said that, I would just like to end this video by saying all these red flags that I've mentioned, guys, it's all about not respecting the woman. Just instead of being in your ego or in your male dominant attitude, if you just respect the woman for what she is, how she is, you just see that how she treats you back.